Now, later this year, we will see an election to find the 10th person to hold the presidential office of Ireland.
Only the 10th person. Yeah, we're very young. Staying with us to give a preview of what the upcoming elections could look like is Lorcan Nyhan from the Communications Clinic and political correspondent for the Irish Times, Jack Horgan Jones. Thank you both so much for being here, because obviously it's not an office that has been around for a huge amount of time because of our past, of course, but this time it feels like, where are the candidates? What's going on? And Jack, yesterday, Mary Lou kind of didn't rule herself out of going for the president.
Talking.
What's this about?
Well, so it's interesting because she had previously ruled herself out. She said back in March, it's not going to be me. And then earlier on this week, she said, we're ruling nothing in or out, including myself. Now, is this a serious statement of intent from Mary Lou McDonald that she's going to run for the presidency, or is it a bit of mischief making? I suspect, my gut tells me it's the latter. I think that the reward if Mary Lou McDonald was to win the presidency is not as tangible as the potential benefits of the party of her staying. She's still an electoral asset to Sinn Féin, whereas if you become the president, first of all, you have to win it. So if you don't, there's a risk of damaging your leader, of kind of distracting from the main kind of Sinn Féin project, which is to lead government on both sides of the border ultimately. But also then, if she is successful, you rise above politics and you don't become an asset of your party anymore. So I don't quite see the Mary Lou McDonald thing working out. Famous last words.
But could also be like, if I'm gone, lads, who's the leader? Do you know what I mean? Like, imagine I was gone for the head of Sinn Féin.
Yeah. Lorcan, what do you think?
I think the only way the Mary Lou McDonald story could be true is if Mary Lou McDonald has decided anyway that she doesn't fancy another general election, that she's done too, that she wants to move on, she wants a new challenge herself, and therefore is either going to move on from leader or become president. I don't see her wanting to be president or leader of Sinn Féin, if that makes sense. So it's therefore, if that is her current mindset, it's very possible she runs for the presidency, and if that happens, I mean, the whole election becomes a lot more interesting very, very quickly, because Mary Lou McDonald is a strong political figure, and a political figure that the other parties would not necessarily want to have the big win for Sinn Féin, and therefore they'd start looking at their candidates and saying, who do we have, not just who could win the presidency, but who could beat Mary Lou McDonald. So I agree with Jack that it's probably still unlikely, and it's probably a little bit of kite flying just to have a look and maybe shore up her own base, saying, look, I have other options here. But if she did run, it becomes a very fun election very, very quickly.
But it's interesting because these, we all remember David Norris in that election, how dirty the presidential elections can actually get. Like, it can get really dirty. It's not this, you're going to have a lovely time in the Oars thing. But let's move on, because the Ireland Thinks poll has been out, and they've put Mairead McGuinness, someone who has been at the top of European politics for quite a long time, as the front runner here. And this would be for Fine Gael, Jack, that she would be running. And then Sean Kelly, from the former head of the GAA, who's also an MEP, has kind of said he's interested too. Yeah, now
Mairead McGuinness seems to have substantially more support amongst the putative Fine Gael candidates than Sean Kelly. But she is the front runner, but she's not even declared yet. I mean, we don't even officially know that she's put her papers into Fine Gael, which opened nominations earlier on this week. They're being quite coy about saying who's in, or when they're going to say it, and all the rest of it. And part of this comes back to the issue of being an early declared candidate or a front runner. I mean, you mentioned David Norris and the extent to which he came under a huge amount of scrutiny and pressure during the run-in to the 2011 presidential campaign.
It was vicious.
And some people have gone for it, said it was the worst time of their lives.
But the important thing here is David Norris declared really early. He spent the entire summer being the only declared candidate, and went from a position where he was quite popular to a position where you had all this intense media pressure coming to bear on him and only him. So I think that's one of the reasons why we've seen people who are quite late to declare, and we've seen, I mean, it's easier nearly to name the people who haven't been linked with a potential presidential bid at this stage than those who have. But that's the reason why it's quite late. And I think that Lorcan's right. It's the reason why we're just waiting for that one jolt of electricity from someone big and high profile declaring before the thing really gets into gear.
So moving from Fianna Gael to Fianna Fáil, and there's talk of Micheál Martin. He's hardly going to run for it. But Mary Hannafin is sort of seemingly putting her name forward.
Yeah, the Micheál Martin kind of rumour keeps coming back up again and again, and the odds are always relatively, they're for him. It's wrong timing for Micheál Martin. Micheál Martin is Taoiseach. He's not going to move on. There's some idea that if Mary Lou McDonald ran, Fianna Fáil might almost panic and get Micheál Martin to run as the only one who could beat her. But at the moment, Fianna Fáil are looking, number one, will they run a candidate? Okay, and then if they do run a candidate, it's looking like Mary Hannafin has thrown her hat into the ring, was on radio over the weekend, to be fair to her, not saying people have asked me and I'm considering, just kind of said I'd like the job and therefore I'm going to go for it, which is honest. And then also their former TD Peter Power, who is the head of UNICEF, he lost his seat in 2011.
Yes.
He's been talked about relatively seriously as a potential Fianna Fáil candidate as well.
But does he have the profile?
No, but
same with Mary Hanafin. Do they have the profile now?
I suppose you entered the race and you automatically have.
That's where you
talk about Bertie for a while.
Bertie Ahern still has not, I don't think, ruled himself out. Now I think that's again is unlikely that Fianna Fáil
hardly he wants to bring up any of his past.
Nor does Micheál Martin want to retie himself to that over it again. So they're the Fianna Fáil candidates. Sinn Féin again are looking if they will do a candidate or not. Will it be Mary Lou? Will it be Michelle O'Neill? Will it be somebody else entirely? And then you've got to look at there's likely to be a unified left candidate.
Now, Conor McGregor doesn't seem to understand what the president is, because he keeps on talking about how he'll change all our laws and do everything, and that's not what a president does in our constitution. But he has talked about wanting to be president. A lot of councils going to back Conor McGregor?
I don't think so, no. I don't think that Conor McGregor has a hope of securing a nomination. I think that even if he did, and there's two ways to do it. You get the support of 4 county councils or local authorities or 20 Oireachtas members. I don't think there's a pathway there for him on either of those fronts. And even if he did, the popular support is not there either. I think he's polling in and around 5, 6, 7% in national polls. I mean, that's not much of a starting place for a campaign. But I think that the import of a Conor McGregor campaign, so to speak, is not necessarily that he might win it. It's the talking points that he might adopt and the kind of platform that he might give to certain.
But it would leave himself open to presidential debates in relation to going into his politics.
If he secured a nomination.
Of course.
Okay, well, as you said, there's nothing going to happen.
Said no.
Joe Duffy said no. Miriam has said no. I've said
Where's
no.
Miriam? Miriam's bringing out a book.
Oh, yeah.
Miriam McCallan's bringing out a book.
Let's all talk about her. Lorcan Nyhan and Jack Horgan-Jones, thank you so much.